Hey guys, it's me, Teacher Sharon, or as I am known in real life, Sharon. I'm so glad you have found me here, and I'm just doing a really quick video today to go over some interaction tools you're going to need for your mock class. I've had people asking lots of questions. There's been some concerns. What does this button do? Can I use that timer? Why do I have to click so many times to get where I want to go? So I just want to kind of clear things up here, and we're just going to go over what each of those buttons is at the bottom of the screen so that you're better prepared for your mock class and you're going to feel really confident navigating this interactive classroom. There are very few ways that you can instantly fail your mock class, but not knowing how to use the interactive functions is a pretty good ticket out of here. Okay, you show us you don't know how to use them, you're showing us that you don't want to put the effort into figuring this out, and that is a big red flag. So it's really important that you know how to use these features and that you encourage the student to use these features. Sometimes people in the mock class are moving everything for me as the student, and so every reward they drag and drop it for me. Every drag and drop slide, they're just moving everything around. So as a student, I'm just sitting there watching, and that's really not engaging for your students. So make sure that you're encouraging them to do it. I'll do that simply by dragging and dropping in the air and physically dragging and dropping on the screen so that I'm modeling what I want them to do and encouraging them to do that on their own. So let's jump into this and check out what they are and what we do with them.
So here's what it's going to look like when you're in the classroom. You might have not every level is interactive, but if you're in an interactive level, if you're certifying for a level 2 interactive or level 3, then you're going to have these interactive functions that you need to be familiar with. So every slide, we have these same buttons at the bottom. So this one over here just tells you how many slides are in the lesson. So this one, it's saying we have 22 slides and we are on slide number 1. So maybe you want to go to slide number 5. I would just click over here, erase that, put number 5, click enter, and we'll go there. And then I want to go back to the first slide. You just type that in and it takes you back to the beginning. That's our first one. All right, the next button we have is our reward button. This is really important. A lot of people aren't noticing this in the mock class, and so they are clicking to get back to the reward slide, and it's killing their pacing, I promise you. So click this reward button and this takes you to the reward slide. And then also really important, now that button becomes, oh, that arrow is terrible. Now that button becomes a little swoopy back arrow, right? And so if we click that, then it takes me back to the slide I just came from. So that is a good way to bounce around rather than having to click a million different times. Okay, so those ones are over here. Over here, we have this button where you're going to turn off the student's mouse. Don't use that in your mock class. I only use that generally for trial students who are like figuring out that they can use a mouse, and all of a sudden it's like, what? You know, they just start drawing over everything, and I'm asking them questions and they're just like lost in the fabulous world of drawing on the screen. So then I'll just turn this off, and then they have this look of like, oh, and then they refocus. You know, I'll usually turn it on again later if they show that they can control themselves. But that is what that button is for. This erase button does what you might imagine, but it just erases the last thing that you put on the screen. So it will erase either what you did or what the student did. And then to restore the page, if it's all just crazy, we'll just restore it, and that is like a big eraser. It takes care of everything. Now this countdown timer over here, some people are asking me if they can use this as their timer for the mock class. No, you cannot. This is a mini timer that you can use on each slide. So maybe you want to see, I wouldn't use it on an intro slide, but how fast a student can read the words on this slide. You'll say, let's read these words in 15 seconds, go! And then you and the student can see this timer as it's counting down from 15. So you can count down from 60 or 30. Honestly, I don't really use that in my classes because 15 seconds in the VIPKID world is like an eternity. 60 seconds? No, I don't know when I would ever use a 60-second timer. In the mock class, don't worry about that one. So I'm not going to worry about the timer in the mock class, but restoring the page is one that people use a lot. And you can use it if things are getting crazy on there, if it's getting messy. But I generally recommend that people don't restore the page unless it's really out of control. Rather, I would just say move things where you want them and move them back to demonstrate how the interactive functions work. The eraser is another one you're going to use in the mock class. And really, I would say the most important one is this reward slide button and the go back button. Alright, so this is just a quick video to let you know what these buttons are. You're not going to see them if you're certifying for the higher level, level 4, level 5 mock class, because that's a static lesson, so we don't have these same buttons. These are just for the interactive level 2 certification, which you are doing about balls, kites, dolls, all of those things. So I hope this helped you out. Best of luck, you guys.
Alright, so those are the buttons that are on the bottom of every interactive slide. Any interactive lesson that you're in is going to have those same buttons at the bottom. Now, not every slide in an interactive lesson is interactive. So look for the little dino at the top in the top right corner. There'll be a little dino if that particular slide has interactive functions on it. And they'll generally have a little picture of what those are. So for the mock class, the ones you need to be familiar with are just the drag and drop, which I have discussed in another video that I'll link to here. The trash can option, which is what you'll see on the reward slide. It's not actually a trash can, but the same idea. You throw it in there, it disappears. And the audio is the other one you need to be aware of. So for the audio buttons, the listening slides, just know that the student cannot click those buttons. That's just for you as the teacher. You click that, the student can obviously hear it, but I don't want you to wait around for them to click it, which I sometimes see people doing. Don't forget, jump from the reward slide back to the slide you came from. Don't forget, click the audio button yourself. Don't forget, drag and drop into that little cart thing with all those toys and get the student to do it too. Check, check, check. You're gonna rock it. If you now feel prepared for your mock class and you have me to thank, then please consider making me your referring teacher. You can do that by applying to teach with VIPKid using my unique referral link, which I will be putting in the comments in the description for this video below. You can also apply using my referral code, which I will put here. It is SHARO0001. Again, SHARO0001. If you apply using this referral code, then I can help you throughout the process, track your progress, and answer any questions you might have along the way. I do make videos every week to help you guys be better prepared to teach with VIPKid. I want to support you. I want to connect with you. I'm so glad that you have found me. You guys are going to do great.